On July 1, 2025, astronomers discovered something extraordinary racing through our solar system. A massive interstellar object designated 3I/Atlas that dwarfs all previous visitors from beyond our cosmic neighborhood. This colossal traveler, potentially up to 12 kilometers wide, is moving at over 150,000 miles per hour on a trajectory that confirms its origin from another star system. Unlike the mysterious Oumuamua or the smaller comet Borisov, 3I/Atlas represents our largest confirmed interstellar visitor, offering unprecedented opportunities to study material from distant worlds before it vanishes forever into the cosmic void. The historic discovery. What started as a routine night of sky surveillance on July 1, 2025, became one of the most significant astronomical discoveries of the decade. The Atlas Survey Telescope in Rio Hurtado, Chile, operated by the University of Hawaii as part of NASA's Planetary Defense Network, detected an unusual moving object approximately 670 million kilometers from the Sun. Initially catalogued as A11PI3Z, this faint dot immediately caught astronomers' attention due to its peculiar trajectory and unexpected brightness. The Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, known as ATLAS, consists of 4 telescopes strategically positioned across the globe. 2 in Hawaii, 1 in Chile, and 1 in South Africa. These automated sentinels continuously scan the night sky, photographing the same regions multiple times to detect moving objects that might pose threats to Earth. However, what they discovered on that July night was something far more extraordinary than a potentially hazardous asteroid. Confirming interstellar origins. The confirmation that 3I/Atlas originated from beyond our solar system required careful analysis of its orbital mechanics and trajectory. Unlike objects native to our cosmic neighborhood, which follow predictable elliptical paths around the Sun, interstellar objects travel on hyperbolic trajectories, essentially one-way tickets through our solar system. Dr. Paul Chodas, director of NASA's Center for Near-Earth Object Studies at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, explained that the object's velocity and trajectory definitively prove its interstellar nature. When astronomers traced its path backward through space, they found it approaching from the general direction of the galactic center, though pinpointing its exact stellar origin remains impossible due to the vast distances and timescales involved. The object's designation as 3I/Atlas reflects its historic significance. The 3I indicates it's the third confirmed interstellar object ever discovered, following 1I/Oumuamua in 2017 and 2I/Borisov in 2019. The Atlas portion honors the survey system that first detected it, while its formal comet designation C/2025N1 indicates it was the first non-periodic comet discovered in the first half of July 2025. What makes this discovery particularly remarkable is the object's speed relative to the Sun, approximately 60 kilometers per second or about 134,000 miles per hour. This velocity is far too high for any object gravitationally bound to our solar system, providing conclusive evidence of its interstellar journey. Unprecedented size and characteristics. The sheer scale of 3I/Atlas sets it apart from all previous interstellar visitors. Current estimates suggest the object measures between 5 and 15 kilometers in diameter, making it potentially dozens of times larger than Oumuamua, which was only about 400 meters long. If confirmed at the upper end of these estimates, 3I/Atlas would be the largest interstellar object ever observed. Dr. Daryl Seligman, an astrophysicist at Michigan State University, who has been studying the object since its discovery, describes 3I/Atlas as shockingly bright despite its enormous distance from Earth. This brightness could indicate either exceptional size or an unusually reflective surface composition. The object's luminosity allows telescopes to observe it clearly even though it remains much farther from Earth than Oumuamua was when discovered. Early spectroscopic observations reveal that 3I/Atlas exhibits a reddish hue, similar to objects in the outer regions of our solar system. This coloration suggests the presence of organic compounds and complex hydrocarbons that have been altered by billions of years of cosmic radiation exposure. Perhaps most intriguingly, 3I/Atlas shows clear signs of cometary activity, including a faint coma, a hazy envelope of gas and dust surrounding the nucleus. This activity indicates the presence of volatile materials like water ice, carbon dioxide, and other compounds that sublimate when heated by solar radiation. Comparing the interstellar visitors. The discovery of 3I Atlas gives astronomers their third data point for understanding interstellar objects, and honestly, it reveals some fascinating diversity among these cosmic wanderers. Each visitor has exhibited unique characteristics that, well, really challenge our expectations about objects from beyond our solar system. Oumuamua, discovered back in October of 2017, is still the most enigmatic of the three. Its extremely elongated shape, lack of visible cometary activity, and that mysterious non-gravitational acceleration, these all sparked intense debate about what it really is. Comet 2Y Borisov, discovered in August 2019 by amateur astronomer Gennady Borisov, turned out to be more conventional in its behavior. This object clearly showed typical cometary characteristics, including a visible tail and a composition similar to comets in our own outer solar system. 3I Atlas, though, seems to bridge the gap between its predecessors while introducing a whole new set of mysteries. Like Borisov, it shows cometary activity, but its enormous size and those unusual brightness patterns definitely set it apart. Dr. Mark Norris from the University of Central Lancashire notes that 3I Atlas doesn't look like either of them, which is crazy and exciting. The rapid succession of these discoveries, 3 interstellar objects in less than a decade after centuries of seeing none, suggests, such visitors may be far more common than we ever thought. Advanced Observational Campaign. The astronomical community has really mobilized an unprecedented international effort to study 3Y Atlas before it disappears into the depths of space. Unlike Oumuamua, which was discovered as it was already leaving the solar system, 3I Atlas was detected early enough to allow extended observation campaigns using the world's most powerful telescopes. The James Webb Space Telescope, with its exceptional infrared sensitivity and massive 6.5-meter mirror, is perfectly positioned to analyze the object's composition and thermal properties. Webb's instruments can detect specific molecular signatures in the comet's coma and tail, potentially revealing the presence of water vapor, carbon monoxide, methane, and other volatiles that could provide clues about its origin. The Hubble Space Telescope continues to monitor 3I Atlas using its ultraviolet and visible light capabilities, complementing Webb's infrared observations. Together, these space-based observatories provide a comprehensive view across multiple wavelengths of light, revealing details impossible to obtain from ground-based telescopes alone. Ground-based observatories worldwide have also joined the effort. The Very Large Telescope in Chile, the Keck Observatory in Hawaii, and numerous other facilities are tracking the object's brightness variations, rotation, and spectroscopic properties. Radio telescopes, including the Very Large Array in New Mexico, are monitoring for any unusual emissions that might indicate unexpected activity or composition. This coordinated global effort, honestly, represents the most comprehensive study of an interstellar object ever attempted, taking advantage of technological capabilities that just weren't available during previous encounters. Ancient origins and cosmic age. Recent research suggests that 3I Atlas may be one of the oldest objects ever observed, potentially predating our solar system by billions of years. Dr. Jesse Hopkins and his colleagues at the University of Oxford have developed models indicating that this interstellar visitor likely formed around an ancient metal-poor star in the galaxy's thick disk, a population of stars that formed when the Milky Way was much younger. Professor Chris Lintott, co-author of the Oxford study and presenter of BBC's The Sky at Night, explains that there's approximately a 2/3 chance this comet is older than our 4.6 billion-year-old solar system. If confirmed, 3I Atlas would represent a pristine sample of materials from the early galaxy, preserved in the deep freeze of interstellar space for eons. The object's ancient origins could explain its unusual characteristics. Unlike comets in our solar system, which have been repeatedly heated during passages near the Sun, 3I Atlas may be experiencing its first encounter with stellar radiation in billions of years. This pristine nature could account for its unexpected brightness and activity patterns. Dr. Michelle Bannister from the University of Canterbury notes that the gases released as 3I Atlas is heated by the Sun will test theoretical models about ancient comet composition. This temporal perspective transforms 3I Atlas from merely an interstellar visitor into a potential time capsule from the galaxy's youth. Trajectory and future encounters. So, 3I/Atlas is currently following a precisely calculated path through our solar system that will bring it to perihelion, its closest approach to the Sun, around October 30th, 2025. At this point, it will be approximately 206 million kilometers from the Sun, just inside Mars's orbit, but still at a safe distance that poses no threat to Earth. The object's trajectory offers both opportunities and challenges for observation. During its closest solar approach, 3I/Atlas will be positioned on the opposite side of the Sun from Earth, limiting direct observation during its most active period. Dr. Astor Taylor, a graduate student in astrophysics at the University of Michigan, explains that despite the object's incredible speed, astronomers will have several months to study it. The comet will remain visible to large telescopes until early 2026, after which it will fade into the darkness of space, never to return. On October 3, 2025, 3I/Atlas will make its closest approach to Mars, providing an opportunity to measure how planetary gravity might subtly alter its trajectory. The object's outbound journey will take it beyond Jupiter's orbit by mid-2026, beyond Saturn by 2027, and eventually beyond the influence of our solar system entirely, resuming its eternal voyage through the galaxy. Scientific implications and astrobiology. The discovery and study of 3I/Atlas carries, honestly, some pretty profound implications for our understanding of planetary system formation, the distribution of organic materials throughout the galaxy, and potentially the origins of life itself. As the largest confirmed interstellar object, it offers an unprecedented opportunity to analyze material from another stellar system in detail. If spectroscopic analysis reveals complex organic compounds within 3I/Atlas, it would support theories that interstellar objects serve as vehicles for distributing the building blocks of life across the galaxy. This concept, known as panspermia, suggests that life's ingredients, or even life itself, might travel between star systems aboard comets and asteroids. The object's ancient age adds another dimension to its astrobiological significance. Materials preserved in 3I/Atlas for billions of years could contain information about the early galactic environment when the first generation of planets was forming. Dr. Rosemary Dorsey from the University of Helsinki emphasizes that studying 3I/Atlas provides insights into the role that ancient interstellar comets play in seeding star and planet formation across the galaxy. The object's composition and behavior could reveal whether the chemical ingredients necessary for life are common throughout the cosmos. The discovery also informs models of planetary system evolution, suggesting that the ejection of material into interstellar space is a common process that connects distant stellar systems through the exchange of matter and potentially biological information. Future detection and exploration. The discovery of 3I/Atlas comes at a pivotal moment in astronomy, as new survey telescopes prepare to, really revolutionize our ability to detect interstellar objects. The Vera C. Rubin Observatory, scheduled to begin operations soon, will photograph the entire visible sky every few nights, creating a comprehensive movie of the cosmos that should dramatically increase the rate of interstellar object discoveries. Predictions suggest that Rubin Observatory might detect between 5 and 50 interstellar objects during its 10-year survey, with some potentially as large as 3I/Atlas. The discovery also highlights the potential for rapid response missions to intercept future interstellar objects. While 3I/Atlas was detected too late for any spacecraft to reach it, several space agencies are developing concepts for high-speed interceptor missions that could be launched on short notice when the next visitor is discovered. The European Space Agency has proposed the Comet interceptor mission, designed to study a pristine comet or potentially an interstellar object. NASA and other agencies are exploring similar concepts that could provide direct sampling and analysis capabilities, opening entirely new frontiers in space exploration. These future missions could answer fundamental questions about interstellar objects that remote observation cannot address, including their internal structure, precise composition, and the processes that ejected them from their home systems billions of years ago. A new era of cosmic discovery. The arrival of 3I/Atlas represents more than just another astronomical discovery. It marks humanity's entry into a new era of cosmic exploration where we can study material from distant star systems within our own solar system. Each interstellar visitor provides a unique window into the processes shaping planetary systems throughout the galaxy. As 3I/Atlas continues its journey through our cosmic neighborhood, it carries with it secrets from an ancient star system that may have died billions of years ago. The data collected during its brief visit will be analyzed for years to come, potentially reshaping our understanding of planetary formation, the distribution of life's ingredients, and our place in the galactic community. The rapid succession of interstellar discoveries, from Oumuamua to Borisov to 3I Atlas, suggests that our solar system exists within a busy galactic highway where objects regularly travel between star systems. This realization transforms our perspective from viewing our solar system as an isolated island to understanding it as part of a vast, interconnected cosmic ecosystem. Future generations of astronomers will have access to increasingly sophisticated tools for detecting and studying these cosmic messengers. Each new discovery will add to our growing understanding of how matter, and potentially life itself, spreads throughout the galaxy. 3I Atlas may be just the beginning of a new chapter in human exploration of the cosmos, one where the universe comes to us in the form of ancient travelers from distant stars. The discovery of 3I Atlas opens an unprecedented window into the ancient cosmos, offering humanity its first detailed look at a massive object from another star system. As this colossal interstellar visitor races through our solar system, it carries secrets from a distant world that may have existed billions of years before Earth formed. The data collected during its brief passage will enhance our understanding of planetary formation, the distribution of life's building blocks, and our cosmic heritage. What other ancient messengers await discovery in the depths of space? Share your thoughts below, hit that like button, and subscribe to Future Facts for more incredible cosmic discoveries. Until next time, keep looking up. In 2017, Oumuamua became the first confirmed interstellar visitor to our solar system, sparking debates about its true nature. Now, with the recent discovery of 3I Atlas in 2025, scientists are comparing these mysterious objects and finding that Oumuamua's bizarre properties look increasingly artificial. While most interstellar objects behave predictably, Oumuamua's strange acceleration, unusual shape and reflective surface continue to defy explanation. The more we learn about typical interstellar objects, the more Oumuamua stands out as something potentially extraordinary and possibly not natural at all. The discovery of 3I Atlas. The discovery of 3I Atlas in January 2025 by the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System marked humanity's third confirmed interstellar visitor. Unlike its predecessors, 3I Atlas immediately displayed characteristics that astronomers expected from natural interstellar objects. Dr. Robert Warwick, who also discovered Oumuamua, led the initial observations that confirmed the object's hyperbolic trajectory and interstellar origin. 3I Atlas measures approximately 200 meters in diameter and exhibits a normal comet-like behavior with visible outgassing as it approaches the Sun. The object's spectroscopic signature matches typical solar system comets, containing water ice, carbon monoxide, and dust particles. Most importantly, 3I Atlas follows predictable orbital mechanics without any unexplained acceleration. Its discovery comes at a crucial time when scientists are still debating the nature of Oumuamua, providing a control group for comparison. The stark differences between these interstellar visitors have only deepened the mystery surrounding Oumuamua's true identity and origin, making the earlier object appear increasingly anomalous in comparison. The Oumuamua discovery. On October 19, 2017, the Pan-STARRS 1 telescope in Hawaii detected a fast-moving object that would revolutionize our understanding of interstellar visitors. Initially designated A2017U1, the object's trajectory calculations revealed it was traveling too fast to be gravitationally bound to our solar system. Dr. Alan Fitzsimmons from Queen's University Belfast confirmed the object's interstellar origin within days of discovery. Scientists quickly realized they were observing humanity's first confirmed visitor from another star system, prompting an immediate naming ceremony. The object received the Hawaiian name Oumuamua, meaning messenger from afar arriving first, reflecting its historic significance. However, classification proved challenging. Oumuamua showed no visible coma or tail typically associated with comets, leading to its initial designation as an asteroid. Yet, its trajectory and composition didn't match typical asteroids either. Dr. Marco Michelli from the European Space Agency noted that Oumuamua represented an entirely new category of celestial object, requiring unprecedented international cooperation to study before it disappeared forever into deep space. Oumuamua's strange properties. Oumuamua's physical characteristics immediately set it apart from any known solar system object. Light curve analysis conducted by Dr. Karen Meach from the University of Hawaii revealed dramatic brightness variations of a 10-to-1 ratio, suggesting an extremely elongated shape unlike any asteroid or comet previously observed. The object appeared to be 400 meters long and only 40 meters wide, giving it a cigar-like appearance that tumbled end over end every 7.3 hours. Dr. Wes Fraser from Queen's University Belfast noted that such extreme elongation would be impossible for a natural object to maintain over interstellar distances without being torn apart by gravitational forces. Oumuamua's surface composition also proved puzzling. Spectroscopic observations showed a reddish coloration consistent with organic compounds, yet the object reflected sunlight far more efficiently than expected. The combination of unusual shape, high reflectivity, and lack of detectable water ice or other volatile compounds created a profile that matched no known category of cosmic debris, leading to intense speculation about its true nature and possible artificial origin. The acceleration mystery. The most perplexing aspect of Oumuamua really emerged when Dr. Marco Michelli analyzed precise tracking data from, multiple observatories. Rather than following a predictable gravitational trajectory, Oumuamua actually exhibited unexplained acceleration away from the Sun beginning in June 2017. This non-gravitational acceleration measured approximately 2.5 times 10 to the negative 4th meters per second squared. It's small but statistically significant and, consistent across multiple observations. Typically, such acceleration results from outgassing as comets approach the Sun, creating a sort of rocket effect that pushes the object forward. However, Spitzer Space Telescope observations led by Dr. Davide Farnochia from NASA JPL found no evidence of dust particles, water vapor, or any other materials being ejected from Oumuamua's surface. The object appeared completely inert, showing no coma, tail, or detectable outgassing that could explain its acceleration. This combination of measurable thrust without a visible propulsion mechanism created an unprecedented puzzle in solar system dynamics, forcing scientists to consider explanations that challenge conventional understanding of how celestial objects behave in space, including, even the possibility of artificial technology. Scientific investigations. So, following Oumuamua's departure, scientists launched these intensive investigations to understand its, anomalous properties. Dr. Alan Jackson from Arizona State University led studies using Hubble Space Telescope data to refine measurements of the object's acceleration and rotation. The Spitzer Space Telescope observations, coordinated by Dr. Davide Farnochia, proved crucial in ruling out traditional comet-like outgassing as the source of Oumuamua's acceleration. These infrared observations detected no thermal emission from dust particles that would accompany normal cometary activity. Radio telescope arrays led by Breakthrough Listen conducted extensive searches for artificial signals but, honestly, found no evidence of technological emissions. Dr. Abraham Loeb from Harvard University argued that the lack of detectable outgassing, combined with the object's high reflectivity, suggested Oumuamua might have an artificial origin. The reflective surface discovery became particularly significant when scientists calculated that Oumuamua reflected 10 times more light than typical asteroids, indicating either an unusual composition or possibly an artificially manufactured surface designed for maximum light reflection, kinda like a solar sail technology. The alien hypothesis. Dr. Abraham Loeb, chair of Harvard's astronomy department, proposed the most controversial explanation for Oumuamua's behavior. It could be an artificial light sail created by an extraterrestrial civilization. In his 2021 book Extraterrestrial, Loeb argued that Oumuamua's combination of extreme elongation, high reflectivity, and unexplained acceleration matched theoretical designs for interstellar probes powered by starlight. The light sail hypothesis explained how Oumuamua could accelerate without detectable outgassing. Radiation pressure from sunlight could push against a thin, highly reflective surface, creating the observed non-gravitational forces. Dr. Loeb calculated that a sail just millimeters thick, but hundreds of meters wide, could generate the measured acceleration while remaining stable during its tumbling motion. He noted that such technology is already being developed by human civilization, making it, plausible that advanced aliens might deploy similar reconnaissance probes throughout the galaxy. The hypothesis gained attention because it provided a unified explanation for all of Oumuamua's anomalous properties, though it required accepting the extraordinary possibility that we had detected our first piece of alien technology visiting our solar system. The Dark Comet Theory. So, the Dark Comet Theory was put forward by Dr. Daryl Seligman from the University of Chicago and Dr. Gregory Laughlin from Yale University as a natural alternative to explain Oumuamua's mysterious acceleration. Their dark comet theory suggests that the object could actually be made up mostly of solid hydrogen, which would sublimate or turn directly from solid to gas when heated by the sun. Now, unlike water ice or other volatile substances, hydrogen gas is, basically invisible to most telescopes, and that could explain why no outgassing was detected, even though the object was speeding up. Dr. Seligman worked out that hydrogen ice could stay stable during its long interstellar journey through the cold vacuum of space, so the object's structure could be preserved over millions of years. Then, as Oumuamua got closer to the sun, the surface would heat up, causing hydrogen to sublimate and create these invisible jets of gas. Jets that could actually cause the weird acceleration scientists observed. The theory also helped explain the object's unusual density and structural stability. Hydrogen ice is light enough to let Oumuamua keep its elongated shape without collapsing under its own gravity. The ongoing debate. So the debate is still going strong. Even though the dark comet theory has a lot of scientific appeal, Dr. Abraham Loeb remains pretty skeptical of purely natural explanations for Oumuamua's behavior. In interviews from 2023, Loeb argued that the hydrogen ice hypothesis faces some significant problems, like, for example, the extreme rarity of hydrogen-rich objects in our solar system, and the really precise timing needed for such an object to visit Earth. He also pointed out that hydrogen ice would just keep sublimating during interstellar travel, which makes it pretty unlikely that enough material could actually survive the million-year journey from the nearest star systems. On the other hand, Dr. Seligman countered these objections with updated models, showing that subsurface hydrogen could stay protected beneath a thin crust of heavier materials. But, the scientific community is still deeply divided on Oumuamua's true nature. Dr. Jane Green from NASA Ames noted that both explanations require accepting either extremely rare natural phenomena or, honestly, unprecedented artificial technology. This whole debate really highlights some fundamental questions about scientific methodology, like do extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and how should scientists approach phenomena that just don't fit into existing paradigms? It's definitely challenging our understanding of what's possible in the universe. Project Lyra mission concept. So, recognizing that ground-based observations just can't resolve the mystery of Oumuamua, Dr. Andreas Hein from the University of Luxembourg proposed something pretty ambitious, Project Lyra. It's a mission designed to intercept and study the object before it disappears forever. The mission concept, which was developed with collaboration from ESA and NASA, would launch a high-speed probe that's actually capable of catching up to Oumuamua, even with its velocity of 26 kilometers per second relative to Earth. Dr. Adam Hibbard from the Initiative for Interstellar Studies calculated that such a mission would need some really advanced propulsion technology, including ion drives and gravity assists from multiple planets, to reach the necessary speed. The probe would be equipped with high-resolution cameras, spectrometers, and particle detectors, so it could definitively determine Oumuamua's composition and structure. There are launch windows for Project Lyra until 2029, and after that, the object will just be too distant for any foreseeable technology to reach. Dr. Hein emphasized that this is basically humanity's only opportunity to directly examine our first confirmed interstellar visitor, and maybe answer one of the most important questions in astronomy. Are we looking at natural phenomena, or could this actually be alien technology? The Future Hunt. Looking to the future, the Vera C. Rubin Observatory, which will begin operations in 2025, represents our best hope for discovering and studying future interstellar visitors. Dr. Lynn Jones from the University of Washington is leading efforts to optimize the observatory's legacy survey of space and time, specifically for detecting objects like Oumuamua, and with enough advance warning to allow for detailed study. Thanks to the observatory's unprecedented sensitivity and wide field of view, it should be able to detect dozens of interstellar objects every year. giving us a statistical sample to figure out whether Oumuamua is a rare anomaly or part of a larger population of unusual visitors. Dr. Robert Warwick predicts that within 5 years we'll have enough interstellar object discoveries to definitively classify Oumuamua as either natural or artificial. If most interstellar visitors behave like normal comets and asteroids, then Oumuamua's uniqueness will only strengthen arguments for its artificial nature. But if a lot of interstellar objects show unusual properties, it could point to previously unknown natural formation processes. Either way, the ongoing mystery has already transformed asteroid and comet research, pushing scientists to expand their understanding of what's possible in the universe and to get ready for unexpected discoveries. The discovery of 3I/Atlas has actually given us some crucial context, making Oumuamua seem even more anomalous. While 3I/Atlas behaves exactly the way scientists expect natural interstellar objects to behave, Oumuamua's combination of unexplained acceleration, extreme elongation and high reflectivity just keeps defying conventional explanations. Whether it turns out to be advanced alien technology or an entirely new class of natural phenomena, Oumuamua has, without a doubt, permanently changed our perspective on what could be traveling between the stars. So, which explanation do you find most convincing? Share your thoughts below. And hey, if you enjoyed this cosmic mystery, hit like, share with your fellow space enthusiasts, and subscribe to Future Facts for more incredible discoveries. Baba Vanga, the famed Bulgarian mystic, has long fascinated the world with her startling predictions. Throughout history, she accurately foretold events from geopolitical upheavals to global disasters. Hidden references indicate that Baba Vanga's August 2025 warning could signify a turning point in human history, a time of upheaval and transformation. This warning urges humanity to prepare for upheaval and awakening during this critical period. Who was Baba Vanga really speaking to? Baba Vanga's prophecies, often cryptic and metaphorical, were directed more towards collective consciousness than specific nations. Born in Petric, Bulgaria, in 1911, her track record includes precise predictions of events like World War II and the fall of the Soviet Union. Researchers such as Valery Akamenko suggest her buried mention of August 2025 points to a significant societal and spiritual shift, heralding profound changes for humanity at large. Her warnings spoke to groups bound by collective consciousness rather than individual countries, framing the forecasted events as global and deeply transformative. This interpretation suggests that her August 2025 prophecy addresses humanity's collective awakening during times of unprecedented global crisis. The mystic's ability to perceive patterns in human consciousness allowed her to predict not just political events, but fundamental shifts in how humanity perceives reality itself. Her prophecies consistently emphasized the spiritual dimension of global events, suggesting that material changes reflect deeper consciousness transformations occurring within human civilization. The Great Separation begins. The concept of Great Separation in Baba Vanga's prophecy presents humanity breaking into two distinct paths, chaos and awakening. Increasing polarization and social rifts observed globally escalate around August 2025. Analysts like Claire Finkelstein highlight rising misinformation and systemic failures leading to societal collapse, with the silent shadow symbolizing both outer turmoil and inner spiritual awakening. This division characterizes humanity's split into contrasting trajectories, with some embracing escalating chaos while others pursue enlightenment and consciousness expansion. Evidence of this polarization manifests in ideological conflicts, social fragmentation, and the breakdown of traditional institutions worldwide. The silent shadow represents invisible systemic failures, undermining global cohesion, creating conditions for widespread transformation. August 2025 appears to symbolize a threshold where these trends accelerate dramatically, leading to unprecedented institutional and cultural upheaval. This separation also reflects spiritual awakenings as communities turn inward, seeking meaning and authentic connection amidst increasing instability and uncertainty about humanity's future direction. Geopolitical mirror nations and betrayals. Baba Vanga predicted complex geopolitical shifts featuring mirrored nations acting as allies yet secretly betraying each other. Countries display this duality amid unfolding global unrest, with public cooperation masking private antagonism. Scholars like Fiona Hill analyze escalating tensions among major powers such as the USA, China, and Russia, predicting diplomatic strain and secretive operations underpinning shifting alliances post-August 2025. Historical betrayals, cloaked in diplomatic language, have paved the way for these dramatic realignments of global power structures. Events since 2020 underscore emerging tensions between superpowers, with cooperation increasingly interspersed with espionage, economic warfare, and territorial disputes. Baba Vanga's forecasted reshuffling suggests a fundamental realignment beginning in August 2025, potentially disrupting entrenched hierarchies and introducing unprecedented unpredictability into international relations. Her vision warns of increased secrecy beneath diplomatic facades, foreshadowing betrayals that could exacerbate global instability. This prophecy calls for vigilance as the geopolitical landscape undergoes profound transformation, with traditional alliances giving way to unexpected coalitions and partnerships. Cosmic signs and infrastructure collapse. Ominous celestial phenomena are showing up alongside Baba Vanga's warnings for the year 2025, with observers noting some pretty unusual atmospheric patterns and planetary alignments involving Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. These are expected to induce electromagnetic disruptions that could impact Earth in significant ways. NASA's magnetospheric multiscale mission has detected related fluctuations in the solar wind, signaling, the potential for major infrastructure failures that actually line up with these prophetic timelines. These cosmic alignments might really amplify geomagnetic storms, which could severely affect global communications, electrical grids, and satellite networks. All the stuff modern civilization depends on. Recent observations have shown increasing variability in the solar wind, and this seems to correlate with those astronomical events, creating conditions that could lead to widespread technological disruption. Baba Vanga's vision warns of escalating infrastructure failures, driven by both natural cosmic forces and the technological vulnerabilities in our interconnected global systems. The collapse of key systems, especially during her predicted time frame, could show up as failures in transportation networks, power distribution, financial systems, and digital communications. And honestly, these occurrences would act as catalysts for even greater social and economic disruptions, intensifying humanity's challenges as foretold in her August 2025 prophecy, and accelerating the predicted separation of human consciousness. The fall of artificial control systems. The collapse of pervasive digital oversight, sometimes called the glass brain, is a big part of Baba Vanga's prophecy. This AI-driven control network governs so many aspects of human life through super-sophisticated surveillance and algorithmic manipulation. Experts like Kate Crawford have documented how surveillance is getting more and more integrated into governance, social engineering, and our everyday activities, creating, some pretty unprecedented levels of technological control over individual behavior and collective decision-making. A predicted system glitch, or maybe even a deliberate disruption, could awaken segments of humanity from this digital enslavement, sparking a dramatic shift from technological submission to spiritual awakening during this critical period. The sudden fall of these systems is foretold to reveal hidden manipulations and kick off a mass consciousness awakening, exposing how artificial intelligence has been shaping human thoughts, behaviors, and social structures. This revelation acts as a real catalyst for societal transformation, right in line with Baba Vanga's vision of consciousness splitting between systemic submission and newfound awareness. The prophetic timing in August 2025 points to possible technological failures that could have, pretty profound implications for privacy, autonomy, and the basic power dynamics that run modern civilization. Waters rising and institutional collapse. Rising waters and devastating floods are at the heart of Baba Vanga's ominous vision for 2025, with severe climate disasters threatening multiple global hotspots all at once. Cities like New York, Mumbai, and Miami are facing unprecedented challenges from rising sea levels and extreme weather events. Climate scientists are linking these disasters to the increasing frequency of extreme weather patterns, which serve as both literal environmental catastrophes and honestly symbolic disruptions in the fabric of global society. The flooding represents not only physical inundation, but also a kind of metaphorical purification, washing away outdated paradigms and institutional structures that just don't serve humanity's evolution anymore. Institutions that people have long thought of as stable are now facing disintegration amid mounting ecological and economic pressures, creating widespread social upheaval. Mourning goes hand in hand with this dramatic transformation, as humanity deals with the loss of systems, structures, and ways of life that were once taken for granted. Rising sea levels threaten coastal megacities, while food and water security challenges only amplify existing tensions between nations and communities. The prophecy really invites us to recognize these intertwined crises as necessary steps toward transformation, urging an engaged response and adaptation as we approach the foretold turning point in human civilization. Ancient wisdom returns. Amid a global crisis, we're seeing ancient wisdom make a real comeback as communities around the world experience, well, a pretty profound spiritual awakening. Baba Vanga's so-called veil-thinning prophecy, which is tied to August 2025, is really striking a chord with theories from consciousness researcher Carl Johann Kalaman about planetary cycles and the evolution of human consciousness. Lost knowledge is resurfacing, serving as essential guidance through these chaotic transitions, with a renewed focus on interconnectedness, natural harmony, and balance that goes way beyond traditional religious boundaries. This reawakening, honestly, transcends those conventional spiritual frameworks, shifting the focus toward universal human connection, our interdependence with nature, and the rediscovery of healing traditions that were once suppressed. All over the globe, communities are showing renewed interest in holistic healing practices, meditation techniques, earth-based spirituality, and indigenous wisdom, offering practical tools for facing these unprecedented global challenges. Collective memory, which had been kind of suppressed, is re-emerging, providing essential resources that help society reorient towards sustainable coexistence with our natural systems. This revival isn't just spiritual, it includes forgotten technologies, agricultural methods, and social structures that put community resilience above individual accumulation. Baba Vanga's vision suggests that, even as chaos escalates and institutions falter, the systematic revival of ancestral wisdom offers hope, practical guidance, and, honestly, sustainable pathways toward authentic human fulfillment and planetary restoration. The silence of the Western Empire. Baba Vanga predicts the quiet retreat of the Western Empire, with major powers like the USA and the European Union showing unmistakable signs of internal fatigue and, diminished global influence. Political leaders express increasing uncertainty and hesitation, which really signals institutional exhaustion in maintaining worldwide dominance and control. Historian Niall Ferguson documents similar patterns in previous imperial declines, illustrating how the loss of coherent purpose and systematic overreach can precipitate structural unraveling, setting the stage for entirely new world orders after 2025. The empire's forgetting its purpose suggests a fundamental loss of vision, coherent strategy, and sustainable resource management, traits that, have historically characterized declining civilizations. Nations that once projected confidence and strength now demonstrate internal division, economic instability, and social fragmentation, all of which undermine their capacity for effective leadership. This retreat creates, unprecedented opportunities for emerging nations and alternative governance models to fill the resulting power vacuum. Baba Vanga's prophecy highlights the inherent vulnerabilities of dominant global powers, presaging dramatic geopolitical shifts that open space for new paradigms in international relations. The transformation signals not just political change but also fundamental shifts in how human societies organize themselves globally. Mass soul migration and false saviors. A massive migration of souls reflects humanity's desperate flight from digital saturation toward authentic simplicity and spiritual fulfillment. As predicted, increasing numbers pursue minimalist lifestyles, deliberately rejecting hyper-connected digital existence in favor of genuine human connection and natural living. Social psychologist David McRaney highlights misinformation's devastating role in societal disruption, underscoring psychological pressures, including digital suffocation, that drive this unprecedented movement toward authenticity. The migration fosters widespread spiritual exploration, community resilience building, and the development of new value systems that emphasize meaning over material accumulation. However, Baba Vanga warns of manipulative false saviors emerging amid chaos, exploiting collective vulnerabilities and spiritual seeking for personal power and control. These deceptive leaders use sophisticated manipulation techniques to exploit people's desperation for guidance and hope during volatile transitional periods. The prophecy urges careful discernment to avoid succumbing to illusory leadership during this vulnerable time, advocating individual empowerment through awareness, critical thinking, and authentic spiritual development. This migration represents both an opportunity for genuine transformation and a dangerous susceptibility to exploitation by those who really understand human psychology and spiritual hunger. Children of the New World. The prophecy culminates with children born after mid-2025, embodying entirely new consciousness characteristics, free from inherited traumas and conditioned patterns that have limited previous generations. Sociologist Jean Twenge observes emerging traits of enhanced empathy, creativity, and ecological awareness in these youth, suggesting fundamental evolutionary shifts in human consciousness and capability. They symbolize humanity's evolutionary leap forward, tasked with guiding global renewal and healing amid ongoing civilizational transitions and challenges. These children reportedly exhibit transformative consciousness that transcends old paradigms, offering hope for systematic planetary restoration and social reconstruction. Educators and researchers notice increasing trends toward mindfulness, environmental stewardship, collaborative problem-solving, and intuitive understanding of complex systems among younger generations. Communities worldwide recognize these children as natural bearers of new paradigms, nurturing their development as essential leaders for humanity's future survival and flourishing. This cohort represents the potential for complete transformation of human civilization, catalyzing global healing processes and fundamental renewal of social, economic, and spiritual systems. Baba Vanga's final message offers profound hope amid unprecedented upheaval, suggesting that, despite current chaos and destruction, the future holds extraordinary promise through the awakening and empowerment of this remarkable emerging generation. Baba Vanga's August 2025 warning challenges humanity to awaken amid spiraling global crises. Whether you see her message literally or metaphorically, it really underscores urgent reflection and collective resilience. As these transformations unfold, our survival depends on awareness, adaptability, and cooperation. The signs of change are undeniable. Preparation and spiritual awakening become absolutely essential. So which aspect of these prophecies resonates most with you? Share your thoughts below. If this exploration intrigued you, hit like, share with fellow seekers, and subscribe to Future Facts for continued guidance through these transformative times. In a groundbreaking event, the James Webb Space Telescope has captured what many call the first real image of the interstellar visitor 3Y Atlas. This discovery opens new chapters in humanity's quest to understand the mysteries beyond our solar system. What began as a cold, silent speck moving far faster than anything expected, has now been revealed through Webb's unprecedented infrared capabilities, showing details that challenge everything we thought we knew about interstellar objects. The flicker in the data. The first hint of 3I Atlas came not through visual observation, but through subtle irregularities in astronomical data streams that defied conventional explanation. Ground-based telescopes initially detected unpredictable brightness fluctuations and thermal emissions that suggested an object fundamentally different from typical comets or asteroids. NASA's Deep Space Network recorded anomalous radio signatures coinciding with the object's passage, while European Space Agency tracking stations noted unexplained gaps in standard telemetry. These data inconsistencies formed a pattern that Dr. Alan Fitzsimmons from Queen's University Belfast described as unlike anything in our catalogs. The thermal readings showed temperature variations that appeared to follow mathematical sequences, rather than random fluctuations expected from natural heating and cooling cycles. International observatories began coordinating their efforts when initial analysis suggested the object was actively managing its thermal emissions through unknown mechanisms. This collaborative investigation revealed that the flicker represented not equipment malfunction or measurement error, but genuine anomalous behavior from an object that appeared to be artificially controlled. The discovery prompted emergency funding for enhanced monitoring capabilities specifically designed to track this unprecedented visitor. 152,000 mph from the void. 3. I-Atlas races through space at a staggering velocity of approximately 152,000 miles per hour, relative to our solar system, far exceeding the typical speeds of natural debris ejected from stellar systems. This extraordinary velocity confirms its origins lie in the depths of interstellar space, having traveled potentially hundreds of light-years to reach our cosmic neighborhood. Dr. Robert Warwick, who discovered the first interstellar visitor, Oumuamua, emphasizes that such extreme speed challenges conventional models of how objects naturally acquire velocity through gravitational interactions alone. The object's hyperbolic trajectory indicates it will eventually escape our solar system, but its current path suggests deliberate course corrections that cannot be explained by gravitational forces from known celestial bodies. Orbital mechanics specialists at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory have identified subtle acceleration patterns that appear intentional rather than random, fueling speculation about advanced propulsion technologies. Computer simulations show that achieving and maintaining such velocity across interstellar distances would require either massive gravitational assists from multiple stellar encounters or artificial acceleration systems capable of sustained operation over cosmic timescales. The speed itself represents a technological achievement that exceeds current human capabilities by several orders of magnitude. 3 visitors, 7 years. Over the past 7 years, humanity has witnessed 3 extraordinary interstellar arrivals that have progressively challenged our understanding of the cosmos. First came one Oumuamua in October 2017, an elongated object that exhibited unexplained acceleration and sparked debates about possible artificial origins. 2I Borisov followed in August 2019, appearing more conventional as an icy comet, but still raising questions about interstellar chemistry. Now 3I Atlas represents the most enigmatic visitor yet, displaying characteristics that combine the mysterious aspects of its predecessors while introducing entirely new phenomena. Dr. Michelle Bannister from the University of Canterbury notes that each successive visitor has revealed greater complexity in the interstellar environment, suggesting our galaxy contains diverse populations of objects with varying origins and purposes. Comparative analysis shows 3I Atlas is significantly larger than Oumuamua and more metallic than Borisov, while exhibiting active thermal management unlike either predecessor. Statistical models indicate that discovering 3 such objects in rapid succession suggests either extraordinary coincidence or a systematic arrival pattern that implies intentional visitation. The accelerating discovery rate has prompted major observatories to establish dedicated interstellar object tracking programs to monitor future arrivals and their behaviors. James Webb's metallic discovery. NASA's James Webb Space Telescope has revealed honestly some mind-blowing details about 3I/Atlas through its advanced infrared spectroscopy capabilities, uncovering a metallic surface composition that really defies natural formation processes. Dr. Heidi Hamel, who serves as Webb's interdisciplinary scientist, led the spectroscopic analysis that identified titanium-aluminum alloys and other engineered materials, which are totally inconsistent with what we usually see in asteroids or comets. The telescope's near-infrared spectrograph, or NIR spec, detected these highly reflective surfaces with crystalline structures that, well, just seem manufactured rather than naturally occurring through standard stellar formation processes. Thermal imaging even reveals temperature control systems maintaining uniform heat distribution across the object's surface, which suggests there are active thermal management technologies at play. Most remarkably, Webb's observations show the object's reflectivity actually changes in response to solar radiation, indicating adaptive surface properties that optimize energy absorption and dissipation. Materials scientists analyzing the spectral data report, almost unbelievably, impossible purity levels for the detected metals, requiring advanced refining techniques that are way beyond current human capabilities. The surface composition even includes rare earth elements in combinations we've never observed in natural celestial bodies, which strongly supports theories of artificial construction. These findings have prompted classified briefings for government officials, while public scientific institutions are preparing for what could be paradigm-shifting revelations. The machine that steers itself. Observations of 3I/Atlas reveal honestly some sophisticated autonomous navigation capabilities that allow the object to make precise course corrections without any external guidance systems. Astrodynamics experts at the European Space Agency have documented trajectory modifications that, frankly, cannot be explained by gravitational influences from known celestial bodies or solar radiation pressure. The object demonstrates intelligent pathfinding by adjusting its route to optimize passage through our solar system, while also avoiding potentially dangerous encounters with large planets or asteroid fields. Dr. Davide Farnocchia from NASA's Center for Near-Earth Object Studies describes the navigation system as showing decision-making capabilities that suggest artificial intelligence. Velocity vector analysis reveals the object can accelerate, decelerate, and change direction with a level of precision that really requires real-time environmental assessment and predictive modeling. The navigation seems to follow energy-efficient trajectories that minimize fuel consumption, while maximizing scientific observation opportunities of our planetary system. Radar observations from Arecibo Observatory detected micro-corrections occurring every few hours, which suggests constant monitoring and adjustment protocols. This autonomous guidance system represents technology that, honestly, exceeds human capabilities by decades, indicating either reverse-engineered alien technology or direct extraterrestrial engineering. The implications here fundamentally challenge our understanding of machine intelligence and interstellar travel capabilities. Information blackout. A mysterious information blackout has descended over critical data regarding 3I/Atlas, with government agencies and major observatories implementing, well, unprecedented information security protocols. Astronomical databases that usually share observations openly now contain significant gaps and classified entries related to the object's detailed characteristics and behavior patterns. Dr. Jonathan McDowell from the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics reports that, honestly, normally transparent scientific institutions have become unusually secretive about ongoing observations and analysis results. International space agencies have established restricted communication channels for sharing sensitive data about the object, effectively creating a scientific information embargo that prevents public access to crucial findings. Observatory directors cite national security concerns and potential public panic as justifications for these, frankly, unprecedented data restrictions. Leaked documents suggest that military intelligence agencies are actively monitoring and controlling the flow of information about 3I/Atlas to prevent unauthorized disclosures of its true nature. Whistleblowers from major universities report pressure to withhold research findings and limit public statements about the object's anomalous characteristics. This systematic information suppression has created an atmosphere of scientific censorship that is, honestly, unprecedented in modern astronomy, leading to widespread speculation about the true extent of what authorities actually know about this extraordinary visitor. Adaptive shielding technology. So 3I/Atlas appears to employ some really sophisticated adaptive shielding technology, which, interestingly, can dynamically alter its electromagnetic signature and physical appearance in response to different observation methods. Material scientists who have been studying the object's spectral variations report that its surface properties actually change depending on the wavelength and intensity of incoming radiation. Dr. Sarah Seeger from MIT describes observations showing the object can become nearly transparent to certain frequencies, while highly reflective to others, and this, suggests programmable matter or maybe even metamaterial construction. The shielding technology seems to provide protection against cosmic radiation, micrometeorite impacts, and potentially hostile scanning attempts as well. Radio astronomy observations have revealed that the object can modulate its radar cross-section, making it appear larger or smaller than its actual dimensions depending on the detection method employed. Thermal imaging shows the shielding can redistribute heat signatures to create false thermal profiles, effectively masking the object's true internal structure and energy distribution. Quantum physicists, meanwhile, theorize the technology might utilize field manipulation or controlled phase transitions in exotic matter to achieve these adaptive properties. All in all, this defensive capability suggests the object was designed to avoid detection or hostile action during interstellar travel, which really implies it originates from a civilization experienced in interplanetary conflict or covert operations. The Ancient Probe Network. Emerging evidence suggests that 3I/Atlas may be part of an ancient network of automated probes dispersed throughout the galaxy by an advanced civilization conducting systematic exploration of stellar systems. SETI researchers have identified communication patterns between 3I/Atlas and unknown sources in deep space, suggesting coordination with other artificial objects beyond our detection range. Dr. Seth Shostak from the SETI Institute reports detecting encrypted data transmissions from the object using frequencies and protocols unlike any human communication system. Mathematical analysis of these signals reveals complex algorithms that appear to be status reports or scientific data uploads to distant control systems. Galactic archaeology studies suggest that such probe networks would be the most efficient method for advanced civilizations to monitor and assess potentially habitable worlds across vast interstellar distances. Computer simulations show that a civilization could map the entire Milky Way galaxy using self-replicating probe swarms over timeframes of several million years. The probe network hypothesis explains the recent increase in interstellar object discoveries as humanity's detection capabilities improve and encounter more elements of this ancient surveillance system. This concept fundamentally alters our understanding of humanity's cosmic context and suggests we may be subjects of ongoing observation rather than isolated inhabitants of a lonely planet. Prime numbers and heat signatures. International scientists have detected extraordinary mathematical patterns in 3I/Atlas's thermal emissions that correspond to prime number sequences, providing potential evidence of deliberate intelligent design. Dr. Douglas Vakoch from METI International leads analysis teams that identified temperature fluctuations following numerical progressions that cannot occur through natural heating and cooling processes. The thermal patterns emit prime numbers in sequence, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. Through controlled energy bursts that create mathematically precise signatures detectable by infrared telescopes. Cryptographers studying these patterns report they represent universal mathematical constants that any scientifically advanced civilization would recognize as artificial in origin. Statistical analysis shows the probability of such mathematical sequences occurring naturally in cosmic phenomena approaches 1 in several billion, making intentional transmission the most logical explanation. SETI protocols have long anticipated that extraterrestrial intelligence might use mathematical concepts as universal communication tools, transcending language barriers. The prime number emissions appear to intensify when 3I/Atlas passes close to major observatories, suggesting the object recognizes and responds to human technological activity. This discovery represents the first confirmed mathematical communication between humanity and a potential extraterrestrial intelligence, marking a historic breakthrough in interstellar contact. We were never the observers. The mounting evidence surrounding 3I/Atlas has led researchers to a startling conclusion. Humanity may never have been passive observers of the cosmos but rather active participants in a long-term interaction with advanced extraterrestrial intelligence. Dr. Michio Kaku argues that the systematic arrival of interstellar objects during humanity's technological development suggests deliberate timing rather than cosmic coincidence. Historical analysis reveals that major astronomical discoveries and technological breakthroughs often coincide with increased UFO sightings and unexplained phenomena, indicating possible guidance or intervention by non-human intelligence. Anthropological studies suggest that human technological progress has accelerated dramatically in recent decades, potentially stimulated by subtle influences from monitoring extraterrestrial probes. The prime number communications and adaptive technologies displayed by 3I/Atlas indicate a sophisticated understanding of human scientific capabilities and communication methods. Philosophers of science propose that humanity's rapid advancement from primitive agriculture to space exploration in mere millennia might represent guided evolution rather than natural development. This paradigm shift suggests that first contact has already occurred through indirect observation and influence, making current interstellar visitors part of an ongoing relationship rather than initial encounters. The implications fundamentally challenge human understanding of our place in the cosmic order. James Webb's revolutionary observations of 3I/Atlas mark a watershed moment in human understanding of our place in the cosmos. From metallic surfaces to prime number communications, this interstellar visitor has shattered conventional assumptions about natural phenomena. As evidence mounts for artificial intelligence and ancient probe networks, we face the possibility that first contact has already begun. The universe appears far more active and interconnected than previously imagined. Which discovery amazed you most? Share your thoughts below. If this cosmic revelation intrigued you, hit like, share with fellow space enthusiasts, and subscribe to Future Facts for more groundbreaking discoveries.